Welcome back, everybody, to the Next Arena Live. We're down here for Pro League. My name is Valdez. Join with me today is Moonglade. We had one of the quickest halves of Pro League here in a quick 3-0 by KT over Prime. But now we're going to jump into the meat of the night. It's going to be Sejong versus SK Telecom T1.
Into the good stuff, Valdez. We're going to be starting things off with herO versus Dark. It's actually one of the most top-tier matches you could get in Pro League, man. These two guys are on top of their game. Even in this matchup, herO with an unbelievable win percentage against this race. And, you know, Dark has been showing a lot of promise. He's looking like one of the best Zergs we do have here, but he's had a lot of ups and downs in recent times.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him today and seeing what kind of shape he's in, especially today, just to see what kind of build he throws out against one of the best Produces in Korea, if not the best. I think him and Stats right now probably top 2. And really looking forward to see what herO throws at him as well. The map is going to be King Sejong Station. This is a map that both players play very often. herO's played 5 games on it so far. So has... oh, wait, no. herO's played 16 games so far. Dark has played 6.
Okay.
That's a pretty impressive number.
Yeah, we've seen herO a lot on this map, specifically against Terran in the past. He's really known for his PvT on this map against Terran, and he always did very well. But yeah, I mean, also good against 4 Zergs, so you do see a lot of Zergs on this map. And I mean, it's really hard to pick who would actually come out on top of this match in predictions. I was very split. Obviously, I love Zerg, but at the same time, herO is herO. And I believe I even went for herO in my predictions.
Yes, I believe you did.
Yeah.
I went for him as well. It's kind of hard to vote against this guy, especially with how good he is against Zerg. Sorry, Dark, you're a great player, an awesome Zerg, one of the best, but I feel like herO may have you outmatched. But I feel like at the same time, it's also very, very close. I'd say it's like maybe 55 to 45 or like 60 to 40 something.
55 sounds right.
That's what I'd put it at.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a best of 1 as well, right? So, you know, anything can really happen when they're so evenly matched like this.
Yeah, but in terms of predictions, you know, you only get to pick one player, so you got to go with what you feel is the safest choice. But here we go again. Today's match is Sejong versus SK Telecom T1. First game is going to be herO versus Dark on King Sejong Station. Then we jump into a ZVT. BL versus Innovation, the guy who's on top of the world here at Pro League for now. It's going to be on Merry-Go-Round, though. It's going to be pretty interesting there. And we're going to go into Sky High versus Sue. Another ZVT. It's going to be on Bonnie Research Station. Then we got Byung versus Dream. ZVT, and probably the closest match of the night, I'd have to say.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the first match and the last match. Yeah. They're going to be the closer ones. I'm very, very curious about Sky High versus Sue. Sue is looking really good. I mean, I got to watch him play in first person. And he's looking amazing. He's looking in form, but he has some questionable decision-making, like we saw last week, where he kind of suicided Masscropter into mech and etc. etc. Let's not go there.
Just like didn't kill him.
Pretty ugly game, but he did play well until that point. And Sky High, much lesser opponent, I feel, in this matchup. He's good for TVT and he's got decent TVP, but his TVZ is something we don't really talk about or see ever.
Yeah, we have not seen it yet in this season of Pro League, so that's one thing to note. Going to be his first game against Zerg here in 2015 Pro League. You guys see down there at the bottom, CJ and SKT have played each other a lot of times. 24-17, SKT in the lead. Let's see how that changes tonight.
I think this is going to go to an ace match unless we see Dark beat herO in the first game.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you there. But let's jump into introducing our first players. herO, of course, having that Taylor Swift song. That's a very nice song there. He's 6-3 so far. And just 1-1 against Zerg. He hasn't played that many games in Pro League against Zergs.
Yeah, not yet. Going to be different today. And yeah, not a bad song. Bit of a catchy one. I'm kind of sick of it at this point, I got to say. It's okay.
I just haven't listened to it enough times to be sick of it just yet.
Oh, really?
Myself, but I'm still liking it. I'm enjoying it.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, defeated Rogue 3-2 in GSL very recently. He destroyed Zest 2-0 in his last Pro League matches.
Yeah. And here we go into Dark, also 6-3 for Pro League. 2015 is 3-1 against Protoss. I think that one loss was against Zest in an ace match from round number 1, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Yeah. Where he just like over drone against an Immortal all in off of 2 bases.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I remember that one. Yeah, he's been doing well for himself. Defeated SOS to qualify for IEM. Beat Young Chick in his last Pro League play. I mean, pretty decent stuff, I guess.
Look at these predictions, man. Only Yoo Dae-hyun, the analyst on the Korean desk on the right, did go for Dark. Everyone else goes for herO.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe he knows something we don't, Valdez.
Sometimes, you know, they really do. They talk to the players in depth, and they're like, okay, how are you feeling? Do you have something prepared? They can get a little bit more insight, and maybe he knows something that we don't, in fact.
Yeah, I mean, that's the advantage they have, you know. They get to speak into these guys and find out everything.
I think the one thing that's putting me off of that, though, is that usually it's Kanata who's the guy who's like always talking to the players and would have that kind of prediction, you know what I mean? But let's see if Yoo Dae-hyun's right. Can Dark pull something off here against the favored herO? 5 of us would say the map is going to be King Sejong Station, as previously mentioned. We're going to jump into game number 1 very shortly, guys. A good one to kick things off between CJ Entus and SK Telecom. Tell your friends, get on the SNSs, spread the word. Let's jump into game number 1. It's herO versus Dark. Down here in the bottom right, in the yellow for CJ Entus, the Protoss player, he is herO.
And up here in the top left, it is SKT1's Dark.
Dark played a very interesting game against Deer on this map, where he had like a very fast tech to hive into like infestors. It was really strange. Not one of Artosis' favorite games. The reason I mentioned Artosis, me and him casted herO versus Rogue, where Rogue did something very similar. One of the strangest games I've ever seen a Zerg play on this map against a Protoss. He like fast tech the hive, and then he made like a Spire and 4 Mutas to shut down warp prisms, and he just like making every single unit that he could possibly make. He like made a fast Ultralisk den and then forced out a bunch of Immortals and then like switched into Swarm Host. It was really interesting.
That's pretty, that's pretty strange. We have seen some wonky games like that in times. Really trying to confuse the Protoss, I guess, and really screw up their all-ins or whatever they had chosen for that match.
Yeah. Wow, look at this stat. Dark is actually perfect on King Sejong Station in Pro League. He's 5-0.
Wow.
What?
Well, that's Dark for you, man. He's definitely one of those top Zerg players. Hasn't had them as much success as Life or anything yet, but the potential is there. And we do see shine. You know, you see him shine now and then. He does really some amazing work, especially for SKT, and especially last round. At the end of last round, he got I think 3 kills against Jin, I believe. He got the last 3 players, and one of them was Mario. Oh, God, I forget the rest of it though. Yeah, he does some good work, but he has a lot of downs as well. A little bit inconsistent sometimes, and he did have a little bit of a slump there.
That he did. And a really nice dodge there with the drone by Dark. herO's going to come and see the pool. He's going to be like, I've been tricked. He's going to know the hatchery is going down. He's just going to get to work on these drones and just be annoying, as he is already here. Probably leave now and just be safe. Whereas back at herO's base, he does get that expansion down after Gateway, it looks like. So not the fastest Nexus, but also no Forge.
Yeah, not the fastest hatchery either. So I guess they're about neck and neck when it comes to their economy. A bit later on the gases as well from herO. And we will see that third base, I think, from Dark pretty soon. He's getting a gas now, so he wants to get the speedlings on the map soon as well.
Yeah, we see actually herO sending that probe now over to the third base on patrol. He's going to be scouting for that third base, having the same idea as you, thinking it's coming down. I think he's going to circle around here just to make sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He really needs to find out if it's going to be a fast 3 hatchery. Give him a lot of space, a lot of time to go into the builder he wants.
He's going to go around for another pass, and this time he will see it. Dark did a very nice job. He delayed his hatchery there just to hide it for an extra circle around there, but he's not going to hide it anymore. herO to see it. Of course, with that wall at the top of the ramp with the Zealot, you can put it on hold position. No Zerglings will get by. And herO's going to be just fine.
Ooh, Ling trying to get in. Probe going to block.
No.
Oh, what? So interesting start to this game. We are going to see the Zergling speed on the upgrade tab in just a moment, I believe.
Yeah, he's got the 100 gas, but he continues mining, and there it is. Okay.
It's kind of hard to see exactly what's going to be coming from this early on. Both players kind of just getting ready, getting their economy up and running. We are going to see a Stargate from herO. No surprise there. I think it will definitely be an Oracle.
Yeah, very common build. herO loving to be very active with his early units. Always makes that Zealot into Stalker and loves to put on the pressure. Loves to shut down the Overlord Scouts as well with that Stalker. You know, use the Mothership Core for that vision, especially on this map. And these two Lings are going to try to get in here, but already the Stalker trying to get in position, but actually runs in the main. He's going to deny this Overlord, in fact.
And he sees the Forge, which is kind of a giveaway that he probably wants to go for a third base. And usually that's the case when you do see these Stargate openings. It'll be an Oracle, which is going to get scattered by this Overlord, by the way.
Oh, just barely.
There we go. There's the Oracle. And we'll help him out defending against these early Speedlings, which are, you know, it's not too far away being upgraded at this point.
Yeah, he's making 8 so far. Let's see how many he commits to here. He's going to go to 10.
Now, he did see the Stargate. He did see the Oracle, but he hasn't made any spores just yet, which is making me a little nervous. There we go.
Yeah.
A little bit late.
Just making 2. Okay, he goes up to 3. So he's going to have 1 at each base. And he's not over-making Zerglings here. He's just going up to, like, 12 extra.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice considering there is Oracle on the map. It's going to give him the chance to cancel the Nexus maybe once. Give him a little bit more of an advantage, a little bit more time. And behind that is drain up as hard as he can. Go to Lair.
Yeah. Nice around there on that Zealot. And coming in here, the timing is pretty perfect there on that Spore Crawler, in fact. Oracle only able to get 2 kills. Looks like he's going to circle around there. We actually have a Void Ray here. It's going to be very useful for defending against those Zerglings as well. You know, keep your Oracle on your opponent's side of the map. Try to keep that in his mind, get some extra harass damage done, and use the Void Ray to defend that third base.
Yeah, actually, that's very interesting that we're seeing Void Rays. It makes you wonder, like, what exactly is his follow-up from here? And we do see the Twilight Council go down as his next choice. But man, you know, you don't normally see Void Rays like this. Usually, unless he's going to go for, like, Colossus Void Ray. But he doesn't have a Robo at the moment. He
follows up with the Twilight.
So, like, what's his plan behind this? Is he going to be going for Blink Stalkers? Is he going to go for...
Blink Stalker Void Ray?
It could just be Void Ray, Charge Lot, Storm. That could be an option.
Yeah. The tech coming out of the Twilight Council is really going to tell a story here, I think. And let's see if he keeps on making Void Rays. Okay, third one is being made right now.
I feel like it must be, right? Oh, it's going to be Blink.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess you can use the Void Rays for vision, you know, and a bit of support with the Blink Stalkers.
Interesting composition so far.
Yeah, definitely a pretty uncommon build here out of herO.
Well, I mean, Swarm Hosts would shut this down. Hydras would shut this down. Infestors would do well. Really why you see either Colossi or Storm with this is because it will remove a lot of the counters Zerg has. But if you're simply going for Blink Stalker +2 and Void Ray, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Valdez.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, he's starting to move across the map now with the Sky little force he's got here. He's going to send in a couple of hallucinations for the Scout as well. And maybe just looking to, you know, focus down some Spore Crawlers, use the Oracle for extra harass against the drones. And
yeah, this is kind of interesting as well. We're seeing more Queens being added, but until then, there's 1 Spore Crawler and a Queen waiting. Looks like he's going to get rid of the 4th base, maybe get rid of some creep, which is going to really help out. Because that isn't much creep either for Dark. The Dark's only going to go into Swarm Host from here, which I guess is a pretty good choice. So long as he has sufficient anti-air.
See the very typical building placement there, protecting the cannon so that it can protect the third base. We do see only 3 Void Rays were made. He is going into Robotics Tech now. And that Blink's about to finish up, but he's only got 4 Stalkers. But he is really making a lot of those gates, so maybe he'll make a big swell of them here and go for some kind of weird timing. We did forget to mention, in fact, that Burrow was researched here, and a very nice Burrow Bling there for the Scout. So
yeah,
the entire army.
Really gives away a lot, and we are seeing these gateway units move up, but there's already Swarm Hosts here, which will probably scare them away unless he wants to power through them while the numbers are small. maybe try and just cancel that fourth again, which would give him a great advantage, and I think he will cancel it, actually.
Yeah, blink forward here, and he should be able to cancel. I mean, only 3 of those Swarm Hosts were out at the time. He's got 9 now.
Yeah, he's got more than enough now. And Enduring Locust just finishes in time as well.
Yeah, looks like herO's going to back off here. I think that's a smart idea.
herO's going to be very aggressive behind this, actually. He's warping it a lot. He's got a Warp Prism. He's going to put 4 Zealots in it. Charge on the way, +3 on the way. And let's see what we got in the main base at Dark or Natural. He's got nothing really defending. Everything he has that would deal with these Zealots are at the 4th base.
This is like the name of the game for herO's PvZ. Actually, Artosis was talking about this a lot. He loves to use his Warp Prisms and really just put pressure on the front while harassing at the back. And here we go. He cleans up all those Locusts at the same time. He's going to drop in the main. And there's not much here. And look at that huge Warp in his Zealots right now. Looks like Dark's going to go for the kill at the front there. A lot of those Sentries in the front. Not really having a lot of protection there, but he will get some nice force fields down. And not much defense here for these Zealots. Doing a lot of damage right now to that Hive.
Yeah, he's going to lose his Hive at this point. It's
oh my
so
god.
Much damage. Big mistake from Dark already.
That's pretty huge, man.
herO is so good against Swarm Hosts. It's like one of his favorite sort of compositions to deal with because he just knows exactly what he has to do. He does it every single time we've seen him go against Swarm Hosts. He is in complete control of the game.
Yeah, I think he might actually be the best Protoss to play against Swarm Hosts.
I think he's
just unbelievable against him. He knows exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And shutting down that Hive is a huge victory. He's looking to take his 4th base at the same time. And even supply blocked right now is Dark. Just not looking good for him right now.
Yeah.
Colossi production has begun. That +3 is about to finish as well. It's going to be pretty huge here for the Protoss.
Yeah, I think he's going to add Archons to this Colossi. And when he's got about 3 or 4 Colossus, he's just going to push the issue because there is not much from Dark, and I mean, when you've lost your Hive like this without getting any Vipers out, you have a lot of leeway with your army. You can just simply pick and poke as much as you want as a Protoss, because you're not going to lose anything unless you try and fight Lucas with only 1 Colossus.
Yeah. He's going to back off now. He needs to back off a little bit more. Look at this Dark doing a little bit of exactly what Rogue did, and just making like 3 or 4 Mutalisks to shut down the Warp Prism harass. See a lot of guys doing this against herO these days.
It's a good choice. Yeah, it's good to add a few mutas just to completely counter this. Otherwise, it is always this problem on the map. And it's such a big problem, as you saw. Warp in about 10 Zealots, and then you're going to lose your main base. Big problems here. And these Locusts have to be careful which way they're going either. They do not want to miss the Death Ball as they run into him now, but it's simply not enough. 2 Colossi. Going to have enough DPS to kind of trade effectively against the Locusts.
Really sick unit control out of herO there, just backing off his Stalkers, backing off the Colossi, blinking some to get in position to defend against the Roaches. Now sniping some Corruptors down, blinking back. Again, just delaying, getting more Colossi. He still has 3 Void Rays in the sky. Those are going to be good against the Corruptors as well.
Yep. More Void Rays the better. I mean, only Corruptors for now. There's no Vipers on the map whatsoever, so more Void Rays the better. And sure, these 2 mutas are actually doing some surprising damage. But besides that, herO in complete control of this game.
Yeah, he actually needs to warp in something over there eventually. I mean,
he brought back like 2 Stalkers. That should be more than enough considering they are +3 at this point.
Yeah. A lot of these Roaches are following just a warping of 7 Zealots, it looks like, going to the right side. But at the same time, he's pushing back here and a big blink forward into a bunch of Locusts. Really nice timing by Dark there, actually, on the burrow.
Yeah, nicely down there. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen a second Robo being put up by herO yet. I think he could really do well if he went for double Colossi.
Well, it looks like he went into Storm instead.
Storm is good for sure, but I mean, you want to get the Colossus count you need as well to deal with Locusts. I mean, 2 is not going to cut it at all, ever. You need at least 4 to like really be comfortable with it. And he's going to get out.
Yeah, we needed that recall there. He's got 4 Colossi, but he just didn't have it with his army, so I feel like he just needs to regroup a bit. He's got 4 base versus 4 base, so he should be feeling pretty okay. We got that Greater Spire on the way, but herO is going to have 5 Colossi on the map. He's getting what looks like +2 armor as well.
Yeah, he's looking good. Yeah. And I think when he's got enough energy for these storms, he's just going to try and steamroll at this point. Start storming the Locusts, clear them as fast as possible, and just go into that 4th base, kill the 4th, try and win the game there.
Yeah, it's looking like it. He's got such a powerful composition right now. And these Swarmos having to back off, in fact, just a little bit, just very slightly. And here we go, getting a really nice concave. Storms going down on everything. Huge amount of storms going down on all those Corruptors. Some nice transfusions come in, and a big play forward onto all of those Swarmos being focused down right now. And oh my god, this is just... Wow. Okay, everything gets totally cleaned up. Dark looks depressed in the booth. And that 4th base is going to go down as well. Looks like herO's done it again, boys.
Yep, that is pretty much what it is when you lose your main base like that, when you get your 4th canceled so many times. It was a great sort of, it all led up to that at that point. herO was just so far ahead, gets his 4th base, gets stormed, GG.
GG. Guys, if you're looking to study some PvZ, watch this guy. He's got it all figured out, man. We do have Sejong winning the first game here on the back of herO. They've put him out first multiple times now, and I like the idea to get some momentum off the back of this guy. He's very, very consistent these days.
Yep, sort of a standard herO game, and unfortunate for Doc there. I don't know if going Swarmos was the right choice for this player. Though it is on this map, King Sejong, it's kind of hard to do anything else.
Yeah. What do you think Dark could have done better, you know, outside of maybe not going for Swarmos? Like, what did you notice out of his play that was a big mistake? Maybe, like, shutting down, of course, the giant drop in the main.
That was one of the big things, man. He's completely out of position. Like, he was already kind of caught out at his 4th base, defending that and getting it canceled so many times that he just brought everything there. No static defense at home. No roaches to help out either. Like, if we actually saw, like, a drop with, like, 2 sentries and there's a Zealot Warp in, he could have got, like, the entire main base with 4 skills on the ramp or something.
Yeah.
Like, anything could have happened. So, I think, like, herO just played it perfectly as well. Like, just complete control.
That was just a very standard herO game on that map, you know what I mean? And what we saw Rogue do, I'm glad you mentioned the static defense. He put like 6 spine crawlers in his main to defend against that kind of thing from herO. So Dark looking really sad in general. he doesn't even look mad. He's just like, oh my god.
So that happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was going to be one of the big games, and herO expectedly takes it.